Invasive plants are non-native species that cause harm to the environment. They grow quickly and spread aggressively, pushing out native plants. This disrupts the balance of the ecosystem. Invasive plants often lack natural predators in their new environment. This allows them to outcompete native species for resources like sunlight, water, and nutrients. As a result, native plants suffer and wildlife that depends on them for food and shelter also decline. The impact of invasive plants extends beyond the ecosystem. They can reduce biodiversity, harm agriculture, and even pose risks to human health. Controlling these invaders is crucial for preserving the health of our planet. By understanding the problems invasive plants pose, we can take action to protect our native ecosystems and the valuable services they provide. The first step in combating invasive plants is learning to identify them. Look for plants that seem to be taking over an area, outcompeting other species. Pay attention to their growth habits, leaf shapes, and flower structures. For example, poison ivy is a common invasive plant with 3 leaflets and a reddish stem. It can grow as a vine or a shrub. Japanese knotweed has bamboo-like stems and heart-shaped leaves. English ivy is a climbing vine with dark green lobed leaves. Garlic mustard has triangular toothed leaves and a distinct garlic odor when crushed. Kudzu is a fast-growing vine with large 3-lobed leaves. Many resources are available to help you identify invasive plants in your area. Field guides, online databases, and local extension offices can provide valuable information. Familiarize yourself with the common invasive species in your region. Once you've identified invasive plants in your yard, it's time to take action. Manual removal is often the most effective method for small infestations. This involves pulling, digging, or cutting the plants. When removing invasive plants, it's important to wear protective clothing, including gloves, long sleeves, and pants. Some plants, like poison ivy, can cause skin irritation. Be sure to dispose of the plants properly to prevent them from spreading. Prevention is key to long-term invasive plant management. Avoid planting invasive species in your yard. Choose native plants that will provide food and habitat for local wildlife. Regularly inspect your yard for signs of invasive plants and take action immediately if you find any. Section 4. Calling in reinforcements, biological control agents. Biological control involves introducing natural enemies of invasive plants to help keep their populations in check. These natural enemies can be insects, fungi, or other organisms that specifically target the invasive species. Before introducing any biological control agent, it's crucial to conduct thorough research and consult with experts. The goal is to select agents that are safe for the environment and won't harm native species. Biological control is a long-term strategy that requires careful monitoring and management. When successful, it can provide a sustainable way to suppress invasive plants without the need for chemical herbicides. Section 5. Natural herbicides using nature's weapons. In some cases, natural herbicides can be used to control invasive plants. These herbicides are derived from natural sources such as plants or minerals and are generally less toxic to the environment than synthetic herbicides. Vinegar, for example, can be an effective herbicide against some invasive plants. Other natural herbicides include citrus oil, clove oil, and corn gluten meal. When using natural herbicides, it's important to follow the instructions carefully and avoid contact with desirable plants. While natural herbicides can be a useful tool, it's important to remember that they are still chemicals and should be used judiciously. Always consider the potential impact on the environment before using any herbicide. Section 6. Winning the battle: sustainable invasive plant management. Managing invasive plants requires a long-term commitment to sustainable practices. This includes a combination of prevention, early detection, and rapid response. By taking a proactive approach, we can minimize the impact of these invaders on our ecosystems. Choose native plants for your yard and avoid planting invasive species. Regularly inspect your property for signs of invasive plants and remove them promptly. Consider using biological control agents or natural herbicides as needed. By working together and embracing sustainable practices, we can create healthier, more resilient ecosystems for generations to come. Remember, every action we take to combat invasive plants makes a difference in preserving the beauty and biodiversity of our planet.